Paul, how personal is it protecting the home floor after how well things went in the regular season here?
It's real important. Real important. We know how good we've been here, though. We're looking forward to a really good game tomorrow.
Defensively, communication seems to be the #1 key. How do you improve upon this so late in this season?
I mean, either you do it or you don't. You know, at this point in the season, you can't keep beating each other up over it. Either you want to talk and you want to communicate and do it together, or you don't.
How do you make one of these guys at least uncomfortable early tomorrow night, and how important is that not all three of them getting a good flow right off the bat?
Just be aggressive. That's all. Just be aggressive tomorrow.
Do you guys need to do something to get Miles Turner more involved, or does he need to get himself more involved? Find ways to contribute.
That's for coach. You know, coach's job, and for Miles to see. He knows what areas we need help and improvement in. So you know, as a group, we got to be there to help him, and you know, tell him what we need. Be more vocal of what we need from him. But everybody's got to see it. Coach got to see it. Miles got to see it, and go from there.
Can it be overstated how important it is for you guys to take advantage of home court these next 2 games?
Certainly. We know how hard it is to win on the road, especially in the playoffs. And we know how much we struggle on the road. So we definitely got to take care of business here.
Do you anticipate any lineup change tomorrow night? I know that with Glenn being back, you have more options at the 2. You see anything changing there?
No, we've been fine where we've been at. Just got to do things a little better.
Paul, you're no stranger to what happens in the national media when they get a storyline and runs with it. What is it like inside the locker room? You get off of a plane and all of a sudden things you said are now national news.
I mean, it was complete ignorance, to be honest. Everybody know how close I am with my teammates. And, I mean, to really make that the highlight of the series, I said that. And that only to motivate us to win a series. That's what this thing is about: winning and trying to win and trying to bring a championship to India and trying to get out of this first round. That was the only story that needed to be written about. For them to say I'm a selfish teammate, or I don't think about my teammates, or I'm throwing my teammates under the bus. I didn't say anything bad about my teammates other than what they asked that I think are my team or my teammates you know, can do down the stretch for us to help this team win. I didn't say anything, you know, that was even close to throwing them under the bus. So it is what it is. Our locker room is still great, and I'm still very pleased with all of my teammates.
Do you kind of view that as part of your role as the leader of this team? I mean,
yeah,
what do you expect?
Yeah, what they expect me. If I didn't say nothing, it'd have been another story. So it is what it is. I didn't lose no sleep over it. Do I ever? I was fine being the so-called villain. It is what it is. It's the position I'm in.
At this point, beyond execution, from a voice standpoint, can a player's teammate voice carry more than a coach sometimes?
Sometimes. Not to say that the teammate's voice is more important, but you know, sometimes it carries a little bit more weight because you know it's the guy you on the floor with and you have battle with, and you know, players and coaches. Sometimes players see things different than coaches, but not to say my voice is more important or stronger or heavier than Coach Nate's.
Really, anything need to change on offense? Were you pleased with game 1 and 2 overall?
Yeah, I think we just got to do a better job with attacking the double teams when I have the ball in that situation. Just do a better job because I'm gonna be aggressive still with the ball. I encourage the double teams. I think I've been making great plays out of them. We just got to, you know, do a better job of attacking those double teams to get them out of those double teams. And then we start to play more of our brand of basketball.
How key will it be attacking them or bringing your defense to them earlier before they can get established? I know it's difficult because they're pretty quick in transition.
Yeah. That's really the key. We can limit LeBron early, limit Kyrie early. You know, as much as we can force them to try to get their games going. That's what makes them so tough. they know when they can get going, and then that's when they involve their teammates. We can make it a struggle for them to try to catch their rhythm early. I think they'll be out of whack a little bit.
Do you turn off social media during the postseason?
Nah. No zero dark 23 over here.
How about the crowd tomorrow night? Cleveland, was it a factor in the first couple games, their crowd?
Not really. I love hostile crowds. I love it, man. It brings more to the game. So it didn't really play or have an effect, I don't think, for anybody on this team. We did a great job of handling it when they went on their runs. Seems like that's when we, really got after it, when the crowd was going crazy. So we're fine. We know how well it energizes us here. So that's what we're most looking forward to.
That being said, when the Cavs come here, you see a lot of LeBron fans coming out of the woodwork. You've never seen them in the Cavs jersey before. What do you think it's going to be like in here tomorrow night when you have a lot of Pacer fans, but a lot of Cleveland fans too?
Yeah. I mean, we've dealt with this before with the Miami jerseys. We've dealt with this before, so it's nothing new. It's nothing new. Our fans, for the most part, do a great job of kind of overpowering any Cleveland or any opposing fans during the playoffs. So they'll be special tomorrow night.
Did you have to say anything to Lance after you saw how some people ran with that nonsense?
Nah, man. Again, everybody knows. We got strong relationships here. I didn't say anything that was, gonna cause any friction, or I didn't say anything wrong. I'll tell Lance that we need him, and he's a leader in this locker room. He's a leader for this team. That we feed off his energy. We know how emotional of a player he is. We feed off him, and just got to challenge it towards the game.
We saw Kevin Love, his performance, the way he affected that game there in the second half. Cleveland showed their hand. How do you all as a team defend that when they're going to look to exploit certain matchups, particularly in the paint?
First of all, I would like to say an apology to Kevin Love for not including him when I say we need to guard Kyrie and LeBron. Left Kevin out. But we got to do a better job. He's been great. He's been great. His ability to have the inside and outside game is a luxury to have in this league. As good as he is spreading the floor, he's even greater, even better posting up and creating mismatches. But we gotta find an answer for him too, because it's a three-headed monster over there, and they got the pieces around those three-headed monsters to even make them greater. So we got to figure this thing out.